Welcome to Viking Preparedness. I'm Pastor Joe Fox. You know, many winters ago, not many moons ago, I had a friend, Tony Schwalm, and he gave me this concept. He said something like, as we go through life, we're presented with these nanoseconds of success or failure. And I may have his words wrong, but I remember it was the nanoseconds that he talked about. And basically it was that we are presented with choices as we go through life. And sometimes we just have a very small amount of time to make that choice. And if we do, either success or failure, sometimes in a big way, follows. You know, some people call that luck. I don't believe in luck. You know, you're in an elevator delivering a pizza to the top floor of some big business, and some old fat white dude in a three-piece suit gets on board and has a conversation with you. Right there, that's possibly one of those nanoseconds where the next thing you know, you got a job with this big corporation, or you're still delivering pizza. You know, something like that. Concept I developed a while ago, and this is not new, right? I mean, it's not just because I developed it for me, meaning I thought up some great thing. You may have already thought of it yourself. But it's this. As we go through life, we come to other gates that don't necessarily require a nanosecond decision, but they are gates, and we have options that we heretofore did not have that we should consider. And I'll give you some examples. When I retired from the military, so I retired from the military, and my 3 kids were all still in school. And at that point they were in public school and doing very well. And so the normal thing is you stay, right? You know, I've retired from the military, my kids are in high school, we just stay where we are and let them graduate high school. And that's what most people, I think, would think. But I realized, wow, for the first time in over 20 years, I get to decide where we are going to live. I get to decide what I am going to do. And so my wife and I went through the process of considering many options of what we were going to do at that point. As retirement was coming up on us, you know, we could see it out there about a year or so ahead. But I mean, we considered moving way out in the middle of nowhere in Washington State, northern Washington State. We considered moving other places. And in the end, we stayed where my kids were going to high school. But we realized that we had a choice. And because we realized we had that choice, we went through a lot of options. And I believe we made the best decision. Another time when we had a gate like that, if you will, was when our last child graduated from high school and left the house, right? So she graduates, she leaves, she goes off to college, and she's really not coming back to the house on weekends. She's a pretty independent child and a young adult at that point. And so we're like, wow, we have options. You know, I had a job then and everything, a real job. But it's like, hey, our last child has left the home. We have some serious options here. Things we can do. We should consider doing the things. And so one of the things we considered, and when I say consider, I don't mean we kicked it around over dinner one night. I mean, we studied, we got out, you know, research materials, we talked to people, we sent away for information. One of the things we considered, my wife and I, was becoming self-supporting missionaries in Thailand, right? Northern Thailand is where we wanted to go, out in the boonies of Thailand. And we really considered that hard. And in the end, we decided not to. And we did something else, which is start community. And so I just encourage you to look for those times in your life. One, be ready for the nanoseconds. You know, it's like, wow, you've got a decision to make or an opportunity to grab onto or to squander. Be ready for those. And 2, realize that you go through different stages of life. You have choices, and you should consider your options. You should really consider your options, because you may end up making a better choice than if you had just gone with the flow. If you don't like your situation, change it. I hope that was helpful. It should give you something to think about. Hey, if you like it, subscribe, share, and hey, I'll see you out there.